was thinking about the mime, like, oh, I'm a mime. Oh, I'm a mime. But anyways, yeah, we're talking about selection out here at Wade's RV. If you go to wadesrv.com, you can see that we have over 400 units to choose from. So just know when you're out here, shopping, that we have something in every size for every budget. And, I think it would be fun if we kind of go through each category and we kind of talk about our favorite options in those categories. I mean, because we all have our favorites, right?
Yeah. And there's lots. And that's new and pre-owned as well. So one thing that I love about our pre-owned selection is if you do purchase one, we're going to go through the entire system. So we're not going to necessarily fix the stain that you got from a popsicle on your curtain. But if your water pump isn't working, we're going to fix that before it even goes out the door. And we're going to give you a full demonstration on how to work it. And you're going to see all that stuff is working so you can be confident when you go out to your campsite. So I love our used selection.
Yeah.
And we have tons of it.
First and foremost, if you guys are just now tuning in, I see we have several people in here with us. It is Memorial Day weekend, and it is ready. We're ready for the Memorial Day sale, and we've been broadcasting live on the radio. We've been telling people about the Memorial Day sale as well as the Hell Sale.
Yes. Only available in Goldsby, by the way. The Hell Sale, you can only take advantage of that here. And we were walking around the lot a little bit earlier with Adam, and the hail damage, it's like one or two little dings.
Very minute.
Very minute.
I hate to even call it damage because it's barely
It's so
there.
small. That's what I was like, come on, guys. This isn't real damage.
So we did a live report on Fox 25 earlier about the Hell Sale, and that's what we were, pointing out the fact that, is there a lot of damage?
No. There's really not. We had to look for a few units to actually be able to get in front of one that you could notice it when you really looked.
Okay.
You got to get it in the right sunlight, at the right angle. I mean, yes.
So do you have to worry about anything about those units? Like you said, you went through and the skylights are checked out and all that. Could you elaborate on that?
The other day, I literally went out here with Billy, and we went and I got on top of every single unit we had on the lot. We've checked skylights. We've checked the vent covers, everything. I mean, we looked for everything. We went inside, outside, no leaks, no nothing. Everything is solid, no damage whatsoever.
And we're still going to do that PDI inspection.
Oh, 100%.
PDI.
We do that on the new stuff, too. So we talked about the used stuff. We do that on the new as well.
Pre-delivery inspection, if you guys are watching right now. That's what that PDI stands for. Okay, let's just start. Entry-level travel trailer. Adam, what is your favorite entry-level travel trailer and why?
So I really like the Aspen Trail 17BH.
Okay.
That one is just, for me, what I would use it for. It works perfect. It's a single axle. There's no slide. I'm a minimalist when it comes to going and doing that stuff. The fewer things, the better. I want to be able to unhook the thing, put it in, plug it in, and I'm done.
Plug and play. That's what I say.
And the price on that one is just, they're ridiculous on what we got on pricing on them. So that's my favorite entry level.
And the cool thing about, I love the Aspen Trail as well. We were talking to the finance, Bill, and back in finance, and we were like, hey, realistically, if we tell the folks out there they could get into an RV, let's just do a real world scenario. Zero down, maximum $2,000 down, which is a real world scenario, and decent credit. And he told us, Willie D, that they could literally get into that RV for around $200 a month.
We can do it.
That's so awesome. I'm like, that's so doable. Guys, I pay more for this little thing right here than $200 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge when you're thinking about taking your family out, building all those memories together, exploring like the beautiful state parks that we have here in Oklahoma available to us. I mean, within a couple-hour drive, you could be somewhere new every weekend.
Yeah.
Every weekend, and most of the time, what's cool is because they're all around the state. It doesn't matter if you're in the Panhandle or if you're in Tulsa or even in Oklahoma City. You're going to have a state park probably around 30 minutes away from you. So it's going to be very close, very acceptable, and definitely very affordable. So everyone's trying to save money these days. And so by going to the state park, there's tons of different activities for the kids. There's fishing. A lot of times there's water activities out there. You also have the parks and the playgrounds and hiking. And it depends on where you're going because each state park kind of has their own theme, you might say. So if you're going out to, little Saharan stuff. They have the dunes. Now, if you go to Lake Murray, they're probably not going to have sand dunes out there. But that's what I like, is you can see a whole bunch of diversity in the landscape and also the plants and the wildlife and then activities as well. So you're not going to be able to snowbird necessarily in Oklahoma, so, with the temperatures, but you can definitely be an eco bird or something.
So 17 BH, your pick. I would say that would be my pick as well for a great entry level. The price point's great. It's all there. Willie D, what is your entry level travel trailer pick?
So entry level travel trailer, I'm probably going to have to go with the Tab. So with the Tab, it's a little bit more pricey, but it's going to have everything that you need right when you go out. And a lot of times with these smaller campers, we call them entry level, but it also could be the lightweight option. Yeah. And so with that, I really like it because it has really good design. It actually has almost like an aquahot system. And so what that means is it makes a radiant heat. So it has water lines that go throughout the walls, and it actually heats those up. And so you're going to have a nice radiant heat in there. You're not going to have the propane heater like you would on a normal travel trailer. So a little bit more technology, a little bit fancier, but still in that small category. You can get out and learn exactly what you like or don't like. That's kind of the cool thing, is if you do want to get started with this, you're not going to be having a massive 45-foot unit. You can actually park those in your garage. So I would encourage someone wanting to explore, get into a Tab. It's really small, really convenient, and you can go anywhere with that thing.
Oh, yeah, and you could tow that with just about any vehicle.
I mean, you could put a backpack on me and a strap, and I could tow it around. So it's very, very lightweight. The wheels on there make it easy to move. Like I said, if you want to park in your garage and stuff.
We removed a lot around yesterday. Me and Billy were out here. Me and Bill actually pushed all of those tabs and tags over there by hand, because he's got a 2 5/16 ball on there, and it's a 2-inch. Yeah. So, he couldn't pick it up with a forklift, so me and Bill just pushed him over there.
Case in point. You can move them around, yeah.
It's super easy to push in your driveway, get it in your garage, everything's good. I mean, it's super easy to move.
Now, could you elaborate on the interior, the European style that's going on inside the tags and the tabs?
So, I really like that interior styling that you have. Unfortunately, a lot of times I think that a lot of these manufacturers, we get stuck in a rut where things all look the same. You hear people that have came in that have been looking for a while, and they go in there like, man, after a while they all start to look the same.
Yeah.
That's one thing that you don't have with Tab and Tag. You go in those, and those look unlike anything else out there that you're going to find. They're very... I'm blanking on the word here. Efficient with their storage.
Yeah.
Everything in there has a purpose.
Yes.
I mean, it is very specific on what you have with that. Those units are amazing for their size, what you can do with them. I mean, I want to switch my pick.
I was going to say,
so it really got me on the Tab and Tag. I want to switch my pick.
You might not want to get into something else once you get one of those, because it's going to have all these cool features.
Yeah.
If you go to something a little bit bigger, you might not have all that cool stuff.
And they're
so
slightly
that's what's
lifted,
pretty cool.
right? You
have
a
little
lot
bit
of them
more
have the
room.
off-road package,
That
off-road
boondock
tires
package,
and stuff. I mean, really, really cool. And it goes with that boondocking we were talking about. So you can get to different places and, just have a great time.
And do they all have the toolbox on the front? I think all the ones that I've noticed, I think they have that little
most of them
toolbox.
are going to have that spot up front that you're going to have that's going to house your battery, your propane tanks, everything up front. Your tags are all going to have that up front.
That's so awesome.
And
all
that
right.
little platform that you have that you can use for other things too. So as far as if you want to take a little portable generator, things like that, you got somewhere you can set that stuff.
Okay, so let's just go up a little bit. So maybe like a higher end travel trailer. What would be your pick?
So the higher end one that I'm going to pick is actually probably going to be the Kodiak. So we just started carrying those, and I really like the modern design that they have. The price point is also another great deal. We're running a huge sale on those right now. So if you're looking for a super cool travel trailer, we got you covered, and you're going to be able to save a ton of money on it. So I love money. And I love to save money. And so with all of the features that they have and the great price, I'm kind of like a magnet. I'm just drawn right over to it. And they just look good going down the road. They fit. It doesn't matter if you got a red truck, a blue truck, or a gray truck. It's all going to match, and it's all going to look good. So it fits a lot of different people. And it's nothing, we were talking about European styling. What I like about, with the tabs and stuff is it's different. With this, there's nothing too crazy in there that's just going to turn, if you're not into the European style, you want more a woodsy look. Yeah. There's nothing that's really dramatic on either side of the spectrum with this. So it really fits a lot of different people. For me, it's a go-to whenever I'm showing customers because they all like it. I mean, why would I change it up?
All right, so Willie D, one vote for the Kodiak. What do you think, Adam?
Okay, so I'm going to say Kodiak too, but I'm going to change my answer right after this.
Okay.
Main thing on the Kodiak to me is going to be that bare cage construction that you have.
Yeah.
So you actually have an aluminum frame if you stripped everything off that trailer, it actually looks like a bear cage. That's where they get that name, bear cage construction.
Yeah.
So you've got a front, back cap, top, bottom floor, sides, walls, everything. I mean, you could literally house a bear in it and it couldn't get you. That's going to add a ton of strength to that unit as far as the durability and longevity of it. Along with that, the flooring that they use in it is the hyperdeck flooring. So it's a composite floor. So it's not just your typical standard, 3/8 inch tongue and groove marine grade quality plywood. It's a composite floor that actually has different layers to it. When I first started learning about Kodiaks, we had the rep head came out and was talking to us. He was like, you can take this thing, run it into a lake. It can sit in that lake for 10 years. You pull it out and the floor is going to look exactly like it does right now.
That sounds like a Wade's RV challenge right there.
Yes.
But
Hey,
that was,
Daddy-o.
We sink a travel trailer
Sink
for
it in the
fun.
lake.
We can go scuba and camp.
We don't have to
Yeah.
go 5 years. We can go 5 days and just see if it does.
Yeah,
But
sure.
but yeah, that was one of the main things to me on the Kodiak that I love was
Construction.
those things. That bear cage construction, the hyperdeck floors.
And that's going to help customers down the road whenever they're camping. We talk about how when these go down the road, it's kind of, nuts and bolts do come loose. Whenever you have a foundation that this is that strong, you're not going to have to worry about a lot of those smaller things. A lot of times with cabinets, what I see is whenever they're going down the road, they hit a big pothole. If they're not secured to the wall and have that bracing and have that backing, they're just going to fall off. I mean, if you're just attaching into foam, it's not really holding on to anything. So with that construction, it's really going to help with people's maintenance. And when they're out on the campsite, they're going to be able to enjoy all those cool features we talked about. I mean, it's great to have an awning and an LED light and a radio, but if the walls don't hold in your AC, you might as well be in a tent.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you said you're going to change your answer after. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious.
So-
I'm waiting for the cliffhanger.
I'm picking the winners today.
I was going in with the Kodiak, but Willie D used it. So instead, I'm going to go Radiance.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So love the Radiance. I'm a big fan of the bed that they have up in the front. It's got that sliding king bed that goes side to side, so you give yourself the room where you need it. And then on top of that, just the styling inside.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a little bit more.
It has the woodsy feel.
yeah,
but
traditional.
I like the wood. Yeah, traditional.
more
That's probably
traditional look.
I call it woodsy. That's a really elementary term. It's got a lot of wood in there, but yes.
I love that look on it to me, and that's one of the things that I really like about the Radiance. So if I'm not picking the Kodiak since he's done, I'll go with the Radiance.
There you go. I would go with the Kodiak. I like the color schemes that they have. It's kind of light and bright on the inside. I like that the frame is aluminum frame. So that's what I would be about. I don't
Construction, value, styling.
Yeah, because
Floor plan's also important, but you got to have those things first.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of a loss for words on that because you guys took all of the
good options, all our favorite
amenities,
options,
and I think you
the
just read all the
popular fan
specs straight
favorites.
from the website and had those memorized. But I'm just trying to think what would be different on that unit. Something that people don't think about, and I've noticed in some of the Kodiaks, not all of the floor plans, but they have a electric fireplace in the living room and in the bedroom.
Electric heat all the way around, not wasting that propane. Saves you trips to the store.
Yeah.
Hidden pantry.
Saves you a bill.
Yeah, the hidden pantry. We've shown that on TV
that.
several times. It's so cool because, a lot of times we're like, hey, this is awesome, but we're going to go camping for a week. I need a pantry
lot
for
of food,
food
yeah.
or extra towels. And it's really cool. Like the entertainment system area, you would literally just pull it open and you have
Tons
a
of room.
lot of room. So I would pick it for the frame, the hidden pantry, and the fireplace.
So let me talk a little bit about fifth wheels here. So moving up to the fifth wheel category, I do have a favorite, and it may not. I was talking a lot about this unit yesterday with some customers. It doesn't have all the bells and the whistles like we were talking about on the Tabs and the Kodiaks, but it is a very well-built unit. So what I like about the idle time is a couple different things. So we have lots of different fifth wheels. It's really hard to pick a favorite because all these things are loaded out. I mean, I love it because whenever we get them here at Wade's RV, they have every option you could think of. And with the idle time, three things. One, it's made in Oklahoma.
Yep.
I'm an Okie, so I support that. Number 2, they customize floor plans for you. So if you want something a little different, like you were talking about with a hidden pantry where you could go out for those extended stays, you could do that as well, but they also use quality materials. So whenever you shut the doors, you open the cabinets, you will find that they are constructed very, very well with the best materials out there. So whenever you look at a manual jack, I have never seen a B&W manual jack on any other product except idle time.
Oh, wow.
And so I think that's a testament when you're talking about from the ground up, whenever you look at the tires, name brand tires. So while it may not have that blue LED flashing light on the outside, it does have a white LED light on the outside, and they usually work whenever I turn them on. So I really like that unit because it's efficient, and you're going to be able to save money because they're not putting those extra frills and thrills in there. If you just want a really good camper that's going to be lightweight, you can tow it with a half ton. This is a good option. A lot of people like it because they want something a little bit bigger than a travel trailer, maybe a little bit more ceiling height, maybe tow something behind them, but they don't want that big 40-foot fifth wheel. So this is a great option to get a little bit extra space and open up a couple different camping possibilities.
Adam, what do you think about fifth wheels?
Okay, so for being honest, I'm going to pick a Glenpool brand that you guys carry.
No, don't pick the one I wanted to pick.
If you're going to say Riverstone, I'm taking it.
No, you can have it.
I can have Riverstone? Okay. I love Riverstone. That 3-inch residential hung skin sidewall, your water manifold systems. I mean, everything that those offer, and the modern look on the inside. I mean, those are the things, the 3 things to me on that unit that just make it head and shoulders above almost anything else out there that you're going to find. I love them.
Yeah.
So if we can get any used ones over here, that'd be great.
So the
I'll
nice
let you know.
thing
I'll
about
bring
having,
it to you. Don't worry.
and I would have to point out the great thing about Wade's RV being a locally owned, a family owned dealership, and having multiple locations, you could literally, if your customer walks all over this lot, they go in every single unit and they're like, I just haven't found the floor plan that I like. You have the ability to take them into your office, go on to wadesrv.com and search the other locations for that perfect floor plan that they're looking for, or a different unit that you just don't have here.
100%.
So that's one of the perks of shopping at Wade's RV. And also that, because we have service and sales and storage, and we really preach service after the sale. So that was my plug on kind of promoting the fact that just because you don't have it here at your location, you definitely have the option to help them out.
100%.
So that would be a perk now.
We've done that for a lot of customers.
That's awesome.
So, taking care of them, whether it's here, Glenpool, Joplin. I mean, we're all about taking care of folks. That's the main thing.
A cool little story to that. I had a customer a couple weeks ago. They bought their unit in Glenpool, and then they were working in Oklahoma City. So I just brought it over here, and then they picked it right up off the lot and went to their job. So it just saved them. They were moving some stuff, so it was just more convenient for them. And we're moving back and forth all the time. So we said, no problem. We'll bring it on down there for you. So it was kind of cool, and it just made their life a little easier, which is what we're looking for at the end of the day.
100%.
We want to get you out there camping and make your life easy.
Another quick story before I tell you my pick. Last weekend I was here, and we had some folks staying on the demo pad in a Dutch Star Newmar.
Yep.
I can't remember where they're from, but they were New Mexico. They were traveling from Texas, and I guess they looked up to see who was like a preferred or like a Newmar dealer because they needed some parts and servicing, and so they stopped here and camped out for a couple nights.
Yeah.
And got their RV serviced and back on the road.
That's awesome.
So we take care of everyone. I mean, you don't have to purchase your RV here. If you're just finding out about us, we'd love to take care of you. Now my pick
Let
of
me
a fifth
know.
wheel.
Come on.
It's going to be the number one selling
Oh, yes. I know where this is going.
fifth wheel toy hauler for 8 years in a row. I'm talking about the Cyclone.
Come on.
And I love toy haulers. And the Cyclone is obviously second to none, right?
It's number 1 8 years in a row.
And man, you walk into that thing and it's beautiful. You have so many different options. The floor plan is amazing. The
Hydraulic auto leveling.
6 point,
Giant residential refrigerator. Not just the 2-door. I guess it technically is 2-door, but it's the bigger, wider one.
Oh, dude, it's
I think it might be
humongous. Yeah, we did a walkthrough on it. It's on our YouTube page, but it's amazing. And the furniture is like residential furniture. Everything in there is just amazing. And it's an RV.
It's
with
an
a
RV.
garage.
It feels like a home. I mean, like
I
an
know.
apartment.
Yeah.
So.
Best thing about toy haulers, it's an RV with a garage, and then you have a party deck.
Keep it going all night long.
There you go. So, Willie D, let's talk about motorhomes real quick.
Let's just do A and B. Let's talk about our big sellers.
A and B. Let's do it.
Newmar and Integra.
Okay.
So, sorry, Troy. We're going to be talking a little bit about Integra here because they do have some great stuff. So, there are different things on each of those units that I do like. They both are awesome. They are both beautiful. They both drive smooth down the road. So, a lot of the decision factors are going to come down to the customer. For one, styling, what they like.
Now, hold on. What are you picking, a diesel pusher first?
Yes.
Or? Okay.
Yeah. So we're talking, and this is just across the board with A's, B's, and C's. Integra and Newmar do definitely have different styling, different paint jobs. The Integras, I think they have a little bit more rocky kind of paint job, going out to the racetrack. And, that sort of thing, which makes a lot of sense with them having the big Super Cs and stuff.
Yeah.
But I really like the technology that they incorporate on there. The 360 camera is huge for me. So going down the road, you can see all the way around you. Before, you can look out your mirrors and you can look at your cameras, hit your turn signal, see on your blind side, but you couldn't really see behind you. And so with your tow vehicle, you might have to click another button, check another camera. But with the Integra, as you're going down the road, you can see it all the time. Secondly, I don't drive a Tesla, but I've seen the screens, and they are really cool. They're huge. And that's what you're going to find in the Integra is a full Tesla-style screen. And so it's going to have all of that incorporated all right there in front of you, and it's very user-friendly. So in the past, with those older motorhomes, you might have two screens, one for the radio and one for the camera. If you're driving down the road, clicking buttons, looking at all that, that's not safe. And so Integra is really mainstreaming that, so it's ease of operation when you're using it, and it's going to be convenience. Like I said, you're going to be able to see all the way around you. It gives you a lot of information about your coach as you're driving down the road, which is always helpful. So those kind of things really jump out to me. Now, when it comes down to, we talk about the cabinetry and the hardware, I'm going to have to go with Newmar because the craftsmanship is just second to none, not, downing Integra at all because they're awesome. But I just see a little bit more fit and finish on those Newmars, and I see that across the board all the way from the Baystar all the way up to the King Air. I mean, there's a lot of attention to detail, and a lot of that comes from their workforce because they've been doing it the same job for 20, 30, and sometimes multi-generations. So they very much know the process and how to make the very best of the best.
So you have to pick one.
Oh, that's a hard one. If I was going to get a brand new...
he just named both of them. He didn't pick one.
If I was going to get a brand new one given to me, I'm getting that King Air from Newmar.
Okay.
I dream about that thing. Yeah.
There you go. I would pick the Dutch Star. I don't know. I don't know if it's just because we've been selling a lot of them. They've been really popular lately.
I like it because it's not too much. The King Air is a little much. I mean, the Viking fridge and the crystal glass bowls. I mean, who really needs that when you're camping? But that's what I like.
I
the
would
Dutch
be a
Star. It's
nervous
super
wreck.
nice.
I'm like, oh, don't touch that. Don't even look at the bathroom. You can't use it. It's just to look at.
Yeah, it would be a museum piece at my house. I would just walk outside and look at it every few days.
I know.
But yeah, I think that's where the Dutch Star really hits a really good point because it has, it's kind of hits that sweet spot of having technology, styling, and power with your engines and chassis. It really hits that, so you really see your dollar for dollar value, and it's just going to pop. I mean, I love the tile that they put in there.
Yeah.
A lot of different things like that really stand out to me, and the custom paint jobs you can do with Newmar is pretty cool. I like putting cat filters on my truck, so if I technically wanted a cat yellow Newmar accent, I could choose that on mine, and so I love the customization part of that as well.
All right, so we went with the motorhome selection. We kind of grouped the motorhomes all together. So what would be your favorite pick if you could pick a motorhome?
I'm going New Air.
New Air?
Solely because we just got one in on consignment.
Okay.
2022 model with 2,000 miles on it.
Oh, they took like one trip. Yeah,
Yes.
that is insane.
Yeah, from the store to the house.
That was it.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
I mean, and it's just the tile floors in there that... Man.
And it's a powerhouse. It's got a giant engine. It's a smaller coach. So watch out, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. You might see some New Airs going pretty quick down the road.
That thing it's just incredible. I mean, to get in it, I'm not very versed at driving these motorhomes. I haven't done it very much. I'm still getting my feet under me on that side of it. But to even get in one and just be able to back it up, to get pictures of it, to get it on the website, I mean, it's not intimidating at all, as in comparison to some of the others that you get in. and that comfort steer, I mean, that steering wheel always going back to zero, and just how easy. I mean, it's an amazing coach. I love that new air, and the one that we've got, of course, it's OU colors. So,
oh, nice. So if you guys are searching for a gently, can you even say that's used? I mean.
Demoed, maybe?
Yeah, basically.
It's used, but
like
not really.
We put that many miles this week.
Yeah,
that's not very much.
We can just say that we ran it back and forth to OU for the games all the time. We'll just say that.
Yeah,
if you want the coolest coach at the OU game, come on down to Wade's RV and get your custom new air.
There you go. So it would be 405-288-1247 if you want to see that brand new, kind of used unit. If you want to take it on a test drive, we have a perfect setup here, right?
Love this setup that we have out here. The stretch that we have down with the big enough turn, that you can get down there and swing it around without having to back up and do, a 7-point turn just to turn around and come back.
Yeah.
Little spot right over here beside the service shop that you can kind of take it down a little bit of a tighter turn so you can kind of feel what it's going to be like when you do have to make those tighter turns. You can see it there. Our setup for test drives is perfect.
Yeah, there's absolutely no traffic on that road over there, so good to go. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend. If you guys are looking, now's the perfect time to look. Like I said, you have the opportunity to save a lot of money, take advantage of the Trade with Wade program, all of that and much more. If you are just kind of searching or you want to see more about the specs on the RVs that we were talking about earlier, go to wadesrv.com. And always check out our YouTube page. We have some educational videos. We have some funny videos. And Willie D works really hard to launch our podcast, a brand new podcast, every Friday at 10 a.m. And you know what, guys? Have a great weekend. We're going to be closed Monday because we actually go RV camping, and our employees are going to be enjoying their families RV camping Sunday and Monday. So we'll see you guys Tuesday. And if you come out here, tell them Little Wade sent ya, and have a good day. See ya.
Love that sound.